Okay, well, hello everyone. Welcome to another External Secrets Operator community meeting. Today I'll be leading the session. As usual, welcome everyone. I'll ask Rodrigo to do like a small intro, so that whoever from Moritz and whoever else can see the recording get to know a little bit about yourself. You just joined CS and also joined the ESO project. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Rodrigo?
Oh yeah, so it's my 11th day here. My name is Rodrigo, living in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. So very first days at Container Solutions, amazing company. So I have been working with IT for more than 10 years. Actually, in the last 2 years, I have been pursuing cloud positions and investing in cloud, Kubernetes, Docker, and cloud cool technologies. So that's why I'm here. I'm working now with Ricardo in the external operator in the mob sessions that also Ricardo is conducting. So I'm quite new here. So everything very interesting, very cool projects.
Cool.
That's pretty much.
Thanks, Rodrigo. Welcome.
Cool.
I'm also super new on the on the project. Right. Also, I'm following the community meeting notes. I should also mention that we have a code of conduct, and you can find it on an externalsecrets.io website. Right. So I guess we can start with going over the last meeting's points. Right. We have the first two issues we have here have to do with the operator hub, and was it too much for you, Rodrigo? Well, the two issues. Hey, Kian.
Joey, Lucas, and I were on a call, so Joey should be joining.
All right. Okay.
Lucas said he had to go. So.
Sorry.
Kian, I don't know if you've met Moritz before.
No, nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Kian, we're recording the session. Since this is your first community meeting of the External Secrets Operator project, I'll just ask you to give like a quick introduction of who you are.
Yeah,
if that's okay. Sorry to push you on the spot.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I'm Kian, just a cloud native engineer intern at the moment. So it's me, Joe, and Elsa. Currently working on the ESO end-to-end testing. Just developing more of the common test to cover the ground according to the documentation on the externalsecrets.io website. Yeah,
cool.
That's about it for me.
Welcome. As I was saying, I'm starting the session like going through the issues from the last meeting. The first 2 points have to do with the operator hub investigation and Open Collective as well. I think Sevi was doing some work on the first topic, and I think she was also investigating the second one. I'm not sure if you guys know about this.
No, I'm not sure.
I'm not aware.
Any idea, Moritz?
Regarding Open Collective, so essentially we made an account there. Lucas and me, we both are admins there, and we basically track our expenses there for the project, and we put in a little bit of money to cover the costs, for instance, for the domain. And I think someone donated $100 last week, which is great, yeah. And we basically use it for covering our costs and keeping track of our expenses.
Oh, awesome. I mean, for some reason, I had the impression that it was something you're still investigating, but yeah, you're well ahead. All right, cool. Oh, Joe is coming from outside Container Solutions. Okay. Right. Hi, Joey.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Well, I'm sorry, particularly to you, Moritz, to do this again, but it's your first time here, right, Joey, in the community meeting?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I know you know everybody else. Moritz has been part of the project ever since the beginning, I think. Right, Moritz? You're one of the leaders. I guess I can say that. So one of the things we do for newcomers, Joey, is just to ask them kindly to introduce themselves. So if you don't mind, give like a very brief intro.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, I'm Joey. I'm one of 2 interns. I'm assuming Kian's just given you his introduction. So yeah, we both started. I think this is week 4.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's my first role in this kind of field in anything tech-wise. I just transitioned into this kind of area in the last sort of year or so. Before that, I was doing sales and marketing, and before that, I was doing management and working very closely with beer. So yeah, so everything's quite new to me, but I've really enjoyed my time here so far, and yeah, it's been cool.
Great, thanks. We're counting on you for the beer department for the project.
What's that?
We're counting on you for the beer department.
Oh, right. Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, that's what you said, right? You said you worked a lot to do with beer.
Yeah. I worked for some breweries doing sales and that kind of thing. And before that, I worked in bars, and I worked for Brewdog, if you know Brewdog.
Is that like a internet company? Like as in...
No, they're like a craft beer company. They started in Scotland, and now they're kind of like all over the place. But yeah, so yeah, beer was what I did for quite a long time before sort of moving over into tech, I suppose.
Oh, welcome. Right, so Joey, we're just going over the points from the issues from last session. Actually, let me share on the chat here, like the page with all the issues. If you can access it. Okay. So yeah, so Moritz was just telling us that he and Lucas created an account on Open Collective. That's very cool. We already got a donation of $100. That's even more impressive. Right, the next issue from the last session was to do with the release of the IBM Cloud Provider. I think I mean, I did a release, and I think that was the thing that was in that release, because Lucas asked me to do it. I think that was that, so we can consider that closed. Next issue is to do with label some issues with the beta tag. I don't remember actually what was supposed to be done here. I mean, I see that there's a project section that's been created in GitHub. Can you tell us something about that, Moritz? Is that something to follow up?
Yeah, so basically that's a project, kind of a milestone to track issues or to group issues together. So the idea is to have to group all the issues related to promoting the custom resource definition to the beta stage. And yeah, this is just a project to keep track of individual tasks and issues.
Okay. Are we going to add some more tasks, or are this when we get all those done, we're in beta stage?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think I suppose some other things gonna pop up at some point in the future. So then we need to assign them to that particular project. And I think if we're done with all the issues, then we could potentially move to the beta stage. But I think it's safe to wait for one month or maybe another month to let things settle down and stabilize.
Well, was the action point from the last meeting to create this Kanban board, or was it done already?
That was done already.
Okay. Oh, all right. So I guess the thing here, the action point was look for things that impact the CRDs.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you or Lucas did that, or we just leave it. Moritz.
Pardon? Come again?
Sorry, I was saying I don't know if either you or Lucas did something on that. If you looked for.
I didn't really do much on that end.
Okay. We'll just leave it. All right, and the next point about AWS CKS integration tests. Yeah, I don't know what was on here. We should probably put like who's in charge of each point for next in future.
Yeah, good idea. I think that was actually my point, my action point. So the general idea is to do some proper integration tests actually running in EKS in AWS, and we need some approval from my company to actually execute the tests, because they cost actually real money. Yeah, but I did not yet create an issue for that, but we need to take care of that. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Move secret generation discussion to an issue.
Yeah, that was done already. There's an issue open.
Okay, so that's done. All right, we can put that as done. All right. Okay, and then the last issue here is to do actually with my issue, which is TLS vault authentication. I did like an initial pull request, and Moritz was kind enough to comment it. Yesterday, I implemented his comments, which made a lot of sense, and I'm hoping tomorrow to work on the tests on some tests, and then do a final pull request. Yeah. Okay, I think from last week that's that. I guess now we can move on to new agenda points or issues we want to raise or discuss. Shall we go around? Shall we start with you, Moritz, since you have more context?
Yeah, I just put one bullet point to the note, which is like the end-to-end tests, like the actual to-dos. There's some issues open in the repository. I forgot the numbers, 205 to 209. Add it to the books. So these are end-to-end tests these are tickets or issues open, and the acceptance criteria are not like really clear what should be done there. And I think some or maybe even most of the successful path of the successful paths are already covered. And I was just wondering, okay, what actual to-dos do we have there? I think like one provider isn't tested at all, the AWS parameter store, but I think like other providers are already pretty much well tested, at least to the successful path.
Okay. So mostly the successful path.
Yeah, I think we need just to flesh out these issues a little bit more, so it's clear what to do in the individual issues.
Okay. So is it just coming up with more cases, the stuff that can go wrong?
Just test. Figure out what is missing in the tests, and then we need to implement them, because there are some provider-specific tests which can just run on one specific provider. One example for that would be the authentication implementation. Like for Vault, we can use, I think, like 3 or 4 different authentication mechanisms, and we need to end-to-end test them properly. So this would be like one example for adding more acceptance criteria to these issues.
How do we do? I mean, do you think we will need like, or would it make sense to have like some sort of a sheet or something? I don't know, like a place to record all those cases. Maybe not. I don't know. Just doing it in the code could be enough. But you're saying that about the TLS authentication, and it made me realize, yeah, even just for Vault, there are a bunch of use cases, and I doubt that we have tests for everything, right? So I guess it'll be the same thing on the other.
Yeah, maybe I think we should just add them to the acceptance criteria of those issues. Maybe if they are too complex, we can just break them out and create them individual issues for them.
Okay. And who's? I mean, I know this is, I guess this is a generic task, right? I mean, no one is in charge of specifically of pursuing this. I guess it's just for each test issue related with tests. Try and do that, right? Am I thinking correctly?
Yeah, you can just assign it to me, and then I can get over these tests and add them at the individual acceptance criteria, which I think are relevant and necessary for a specific provider.
Okay. All right. Right. Any other issue?
I would propose to create a new release because in the past, I think last week, a little bit bigger feature was merged in. There was that thing regarding AWS. It's an authentication mechanism that uses Kubernetes service account tokens to authenticate against AWS. Yeah, and we need that for the client that I'm currently working with because we're going to use that feature. So yeah, I would propose to just create a release. I think, Ricardo, you made the past 2 releases, I think.
I made the last one. I think the last one.
Yeah. I did the first release, which like, I don't know, a bunch of months ago. I think it makes sense that I should do it just for practicing the release.
Sure. Can you just remind me, Moritz, what was the recent merge? It was AWS. You just said it now.
Basically a service account authentication with AWS.
Okay. Okay, Moritz. Sorry, I'll correct this afterwards. Mortis. Okay. All right. Shall I move it on to your other colleagues? Kian, what do you?
Well, I said pretty much all it was in the intro. So all that, well, Joey and I are roughly working on the same things, although he's also doing some of the smaller GitHub issues. We can explain that in a bit. So we're just on the external secrets.io website. Lucas wanted us to go through the common secret types and implement those, as well as potentially implement another type of test so we can pass through a file as well, because that's not currently set up. Yeah, and then if that gets done, soon then add another provider. I can't remember which one. I think Oracle, maybe, if that's not already implemented. I think he found one. Yeah, that's pretty much the plan.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Rodrigo, is there something you'd like to add?
Yeah, not at this point. Maybe I would ask if it already supports Azure, or you plan to like expand to all clouds. If you're planning to expand to all cloud providers or something like that, maybe I can help in some effort. I have been playing with Azure. Yeah, more than Amazon, I guess. Yeah, maybe I can help in this effort.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have like basic support for all 3 hyperscalers, and I think like a bunch of smaller cloud providers like or cloud secrets APIs like IBM Secrets Manager. But Azure Key Vault in particular is supported. There's like one open issue. I think someone already prepared a merge request for that. Regarding the like fetching all keys from one key vault. Yeah, so yeah, we support the 3 basic cloud providers and HashiCorp Vault. And yeah, IBM has some basic support. I found some guy opened an issue in the Kubernetes external secrets that quote unquote a legacy implementation for he would like to add support for Yandex. It's a Russian cloud provider.
I know. I know.
Okay.
Yandex.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, is that something you would like to pursue?
Sure, why not?
They had this course for big data, Hadoop and Spark, which was very good. On Coursera, so I know these guys. All Russians.
Yeah, I browsed through the Yandex Cloud page, and it looked very promising. They also have a managed Kubernetes offer, which also looks promising, and pricing was also like pretty okay. So why not?
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe I can help in this issue with the Azure Key Vault. Is it still open?
Let me take a quick
Are you talking about 263?
Yes.
Okay.
I just put in a pull request for that literally like an hour ago.
Okay, then that was you, because your GitHub username didn't connect with your name that I see on screen. So okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not past the lint, so I need to fix that. I'm not very experienced with doing all this GitHub and CIs and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, the pull request should fix everything, and then it's broken some of the unit tests to do with that. So that's why Lucas has opened that new issue. But I'm planning on working on that one as well.
Cool. Okay. Okay, so that's not some. Okay, cool. So that's taken care of for now.
No action.
So yeah, I mean, Rodrigo, if you feel interested in pursuing the Yandex provider,
yeah,
I guess we should shall we create an issue or just copy it from the other repo?
I can quickly link that issue because there's some guy who works at Yandex Cloud and opened that issue. Maybe you can sync with him, because I'm pretty sure that he's going to open a pull request for that.
Okay.
So just put a link in the chat and also in the HackMD.
Okay.
So we can keep track of that.
Okay, so it's a feature, not a bug, right? It's
Yep.
Joey, was that your first pull request?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Okay, so we celebrated Joey's first pull request. Okay. Yeah. Any other point?
Not from my side. Maybe FYI, because you're Kian, Joey, and Rodrigo, maybe the best way to get in touch is probably the Kubernetes Slack channel. If you don't know, so you can just join the Kubernetes Slack, and there's an external secrets. Maybe someone pointed you at that, and also you can reach me or some other people over there. I think that's the best way to get in touch.
Yeah. Do we share like a link for that, or no? I guess just the Kubernetes. Yeah, Slack space. Okay, I'm just sharing here. It's just Kubernetes.slack.com. and then you go to the external secrets channel. Okay, just to add some, so the action points, I mean, some responsibility to all the issues. So I'll put Rodrigo here. I mean, let us know how it goes, Rodrigo, right? About the index issue. Moritz will do the release. He's also with the to-do, yeah, in charge of overseeing, I guess, the end-to-end tests to-do part. And I think that's that.
Quick question. So I see the comment saying that it's being rewritten in Go language. So I guess it will be Go, right? For new features. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, well, just to give you some context, Moritz, yesterday we were doing mob programming in Java. And so I think some people prefer Go. We won't go there here. All right. Anything else to add?
Nope.
Okay, well, thank you, everyone, then. Let's be in touch in the Slack channel. And otherwise, we'll see each other like in 2 weeks' time. All right.
Cool.
Thanks.
Thanks very
Let's meet you, Moritz.
Okay, guys.
Thank you.
much.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.